In Washington, the Supreme Court overturned a landmark EPA air pollution rule. In a blow to the White House, the justices ruled against the Obama administration's attempt to limit power plant emissions of mercury and other pollutants. Coal stocks, many of which have gotten hit very hard over the past few years, rose today on that ruling. Hampton Pearson has more.
Officials from 23 states, along with utility industry groups, challenged the Obama administration's plan to limit power plant emissions of mercury and other pollutants. They argued the regulations were too costly for coal miners, businesses, and consumers. In a 5-4 decision, the Supreme Court ruled those costs, estimated by the EPA at $9.6 billion per year, should have been considered by the agency. Justice Antonin Scalia wrote, EPA refused to consider whether the cost of its decision outweighed the benefits. Business groups and regulatory experts are praising the court's decision.
Today, the Supreme Court affirmed a very common sense principle that EPA and other agencies too often ignore, and that is that they must consider costs, and they can't issue a regulation where the costs greatly swamp the benefits to the people that they're intended to help.
Sometime this summer, the EPA is set to release new rules aimed at curbing pollution from plants linked to carbon dioxide and global warming. States are already challenging the proposals even before they are final. But at the White House today, the president's press spokesman says today's court ruling will not impact those plans.
There is no reason that this court ruling should have any impact on the ability of the administration to develop and implement the Clean Power Plan.
The rules at the heart of this court challenge have been in effect since April, but the case now goes back to a lower court, where the EPA will have to decide how to account for those costs. For Nightly Business Report, I'm Hampton Pearson at the Supreme Court.